Hey everybody, Captain Valen here. Today I'm going to make a little different video. It's going to be about friendship and it's going to be more anecdotal, have some stories. But I really want to draw attention to something that I feel is one of the reasons for the decrease in a lot of moral decency, and that's the deflation of what a friend actually is. A friend isn't somebody you think about robbing. A friend isn't somebody you need to lie to. A friend isn't somebody you need to cheat, to beat, or anything like that. It's a friend is somebody that explicitly those are the things you don't have to do. Like, it's somebody that you trust and have respect for. And I think that's the most important part that gets lost with a lot of people. It's the respect. People kind of forget what respect is, and it's not just doing as somebody says. That's not respect. All right, like, respect is having a general care about that person and their well-being, and simultaneously wanting their wanting them to understand you on the same level. It's a cyclical thing. Only, like, if you respect somebody, you want them to like you. Even the idea of you respecting somebody means you place them on a pedestal above other people. And that to me means, and translates, at least for me, that I would like to be them. Like, I would love to be Blackie in Manhattan Melodrama. That's who I wanted to be. And turns out it wasn't in the cards. I got a better life than that now. But coming up, that's where I was. And I think friendship and the role that it played in not only Manhattan Melodrama, which is a movie you should all watch, but I think it's a really great early example of what friendship is. And I don't think I could have thought of really a better movie that exemplifies the kind of friendship I mean, where there's sacrifice on both ends for the betterment of a cause, where neither person wants the other person to degrade themselves or be less than they are, while still having to be the person that they are in the process. I'm not trying to give the movie away, but it's good. Go watch it. I want to talk about some friends that I've had for a long time now, actually. Mute Tobes and Red. Those are their handles, if you will. We've been friends since forever. We actually started on Naruto RP sites. We've been on dozens and dozens of them, and we've just kind of found each other a bunch of times. And one time, essentially, we just didn't let go of each other. We made a little group. We became friends. We went go from place to place to place together. We've started a bunch of our own things together. We've just been friends. Like, we're like a writer's colloquial that fights way more than we should. And we fight a lot. We always have. Sometimes we'll fight just to fight because we want to fight. It doesn't even need to be a good reason. And we don't even have to stand by the reason we're fighting for. We'll just fight because we want to fight. And that's one of the reasons, like, that we are friends, is because we understand that about each other. That doesn't mean we don't get mad. That doesn't mean we don't go like a day or two without talking to each, like, one of us doesn't go a day or two without talking to the others because we feel a particular way. But we all come back and we all, like, whatever, fuck you, we're all being little bitches. Let's move forward. And that's kind of the beauty of it. And not that they weren't solidified friends before this, or family for that matter, but one of the things that really sticks out in my brain is during 2015 was a very hard year for me. I lost 15 friends from the ages of 2 up, and it was a very, very hard year for me. And towards the end of it, I got a really good job, and I thought I was turning things around. I didn't have to work third shift anymore. And the job was at a jewelry store, and where I come from, like, cats don't just work in jewelry stores. You dig? Like, it's just, that's not how things work, Jack. Like, people don't just have jewelry store jobs, and I got one, and I felt really good about it. I didn't know at the time they hired me because I'm a large man, and that apparently is deterring to people attempting to do some sort of theft and or tomfoolery. So I worked there, and then 4 days before Christmas, he fired me. Sorry, he laid me off because of budgetary blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I didn't read all of the email. I just knew I wasn't fired. I was laid off. It all means I'm not paid. That's what everything means. So, but like they heard this, and I kind of like I broke down a little bit. Like it was just a series of just getting kicked while you're down, and I kept trying to get back up. I kept trying to get back up. I kept trying to get back up, and every time it just felt like life was just shooting me in the back of the neck. Like I just friend death after friend death, like overdose after overdose, car accident, fire, like just so many things took so many lives. Like but when they found out I lost my job, they pulled together and they got me a birthday / Christmas present, and that was a PS4. And I remember that feeling of feeling like maybe it'll be okay again. And it's not because they got me something. To be honest, it could have been like they could have got me a pack of underwear that I needed or something like that, and it would have meant just about the same. But they got me a PS4 so we could all play games together, so we could all like so that you know we could all play games together, and they could help me in that way. And it did. It's probably, like, if I'm being very honest, because this is before my son came along, and that was a really hard time for me. Like, if I'm being super honest, it's probably one of the reasons I'm still here. Like, I'm still alive. Like, I had friends that realized where I was, and they made a gesture that showed me I was okay. Like, that, not that I was okay necessarily, but that it was going to be okay. And to me, that's friendship. Like, it's not necessarily like they couldn't do stuff before. They just happened to all simultaneously be in a position to help and thought of me and like acted on it. And that shit, like, that means more to me than I can ever really express. And a big global, even if it is an incredibly small audience, thank you to Mute Tobes and Red for probably saving my life, if I'm being just 100% about it. Like, that's the realness. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Anthony and Derek, who I call A&D Ointment. They've made a couple of trips up when very few people have, and they've made sure to keep in touch and send texts and things like that. And my friend Mega Mike, absolutely one of my best friends. He used to drive an hour, 1 hour there, 1 hour back every weekend just to come visit me because he knew I didn't have anybody in the place that I was. And I used to look forward to his visits, again, because I didn't have anybody. So, yeah, and they've set a pretty high standard for me for friendship. People that I can trust to be honest, people that I can trust to be vulnerable with. Yeah, they'll make jokes, but it doesn't mean they're not there to help. Like, people are human. I can excuse somebody for being human. I can't excuse somebody for pretending to be my friend. There's a difference. And sometimes circumstance makes that line blurry, but I guess I'm black and white in that way. Like, I don't believe in the gray line. Either you're a friend or you're not. Either you are for this person or you're not. You don't have to be against them to not be their friend. But to be their friend, you have to be for them. And I think that's something that people kind of forget. People want their friends to be for them. Like, no, you're supposed to be for me, as if everybody is supposed to have their own personal entourage. But it doesn't work that way. Like, the idea of having an entourage is fucking ridiculous. Just a bunch of friends you know hang around you, like, because you have something that they want. That's not friendship, all right? And that's such a huge problem that people can't identify false friendship, that it's created monsters everywhere. Sycophants have ruined what could have been your good people by yesing them to death and transforming them into unabashed monsters by never checking their ego and never saying, hey, that's a really stupid idea. You know what I mean? Like, friends have become something that scream world star while somebody else punches you in the face. And then they're like, nah, homie, I did it for the memes. Or, nah, homie, I needed it for world star. Put it up on the book or the gram, son. Like, friendship has become this co-opted thing where it's just two people using each other instead of two people actually actively working to better another person. 2 or 3 or 9 or 50 or however many friends you have. I have a very low number. So yeah, I really wanted to give a shout out to some real friends that I have and really let them know that they're family and that I care. All right. And I guess the end of this video, I have to make a special shout out. Specifically to my friend who I will call Shizu. We've been friends for just about 16 years now. And she's been with me through thick and thin for longer than anybody I've ever had in my life. We may never have met, but I love her to death. She's one of my favorite people in the world, and she's one of those people that I talk to and tell secrets to and things like that, and we have a really strong relationship based on mutual friendship and respect. And I think the fact that she's a woman gives people the wrong idea, and I think that's a conversation that people should have. Like, the fact that a man and a woman can't be friends without people assuming the worst is ridiculous. When, like, that, it's the same way with gay people. Like, every like, it feels like every straight person feels like every gay dude wants to, like, rape them. And it's like, no, but congratulations for revealing how you think about women. A, you nasty. And B, it just proves you don't understand. And that's what the real problem is. People don't understand what real friendship is. And friendship isn't just an abiding respect between two dudes or between two ladies. All right? It's an abiding friendship and understanding between two people. And if we stop seeing each other as he, him, her, they, I don't want to say it because that seems like meaner than it's intended. But if we focus more on the fact that we're all people and less what kind of people we are, unless it's good or bad, then that's really the problem. We categorize too much and separate, so it's harder to be friends because people feel like they can't be friends with this group because somebody over here and this and this, and like, I'm friends with everybody. Like, I don't care, black, white, gay, straight, trans, I didn't know how to finish that. I don't know all the terminologies, but seriously, I've never cared ever. If, like, why? I'm not trying to fuck you. I mean, and if you're trying to fuck me, that's a conversation. Hey, no, it's cool. I would not like to have sex with you. Oh, all right. I'm not going to have sex with you. Kaboom! And that's done. And it feels like people think that that's an awkward conversation. And I think I rambled too much because I got to stop because I'm leading into something else. But friendship shouldn't be labeled based on what a person is categorized by society. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh, I have gay friends, because, I mean, you do. And somebody on the list that I named, actually 3 of them, might be gay. Now you got to figure out who. Oh my God, does it matter? Fucking no, it doesn't. That's why I didn't bring it up. I mean, at the time. The idea now is I'm making a point. So yeah, friendship shouldn't be labeled based on anything other than 2 people mutually respecting each other and wanting the best for them. And wanting better for them. Maybe not the best, maybe not better than for yourself, because I still believe in people should be think for themselves first to an extent. Or, like, I don't work for my first name, I work for my last name. So, like, that's acceptable to me too. But if you're going to have a friend, you should want them to always be better. And so few people do that. And some people that do get looked down on for it, for always trying to make their friends more ambitious or try to set goals for them. And yeah, it can be annoying, but in the long run, the people around you are going to be the people you want around you. And I think that's what it comes down to. If you're willing to work at friendship and help your friends be the people that they know they can be and that they want to be, not that you want them to be, but that they want to be. And that's what builds really, really good friendships. Like Sean and Gus from Psyched. Sean is the uptight one, and sorry, Gus is the uptight one, and Sean is the let it loose type. But Gus doesn't try to change Sean, and Sean doesn't actively try to change Gus. He tries to influence him to get him to do bad things for fun, but that's what friends do. And what's another good one? Turk and JD. It's guy love. That's all it is. All right. It's, it's just another guy holding your hand, your heart into the sky. And that's really important too. But no, on a serious note, I'm going to end with friendships shouldn't be taken for granted, and they shouldn't be something that you minimize to make yourself feel better. You shouldn't aggrandize one friendship while minimizing another just to make yourself feel better. Like if I was friends with Jay-Z, but Tobes was like, who's your better friend? I would always say Tobes. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Jay-Z, but like, we don't hang out like that. I mean, we're cool. I appreciate you letting me over. Like, that's nice of you and all. The canapes were lovely. But he's helped me through some real shit, so that's what it is. And that'll be what I leave us on. Friendship isn't what you can get out of somebody or what somebody is trying to get out of you. It's two people using what they have for the betterment of them or the collective group or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's it for me. That's my rant today on friendship. I hope everybody had a good day. I hope it's not too long. Friendship is an important thing. So I wanted to give shout outs to the people in my life that deserve it. And I'm going to do it while I'm still relatively small and only like 6 people will see this video. All right. This has been Captain Valen. You guys have been great. I hope to see you guys next time in first class. This has been Captain Valen. I'm working on this ending bit. All right. It's just going to be what it is. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. I didn't forget this time. And I have to edit it in after I said I'm not going to edit. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know about some of your best friendships, some of your great friendship moments. I would really love to hear about them because I don't think there's enough moments like that get, publicized and made big and things like that. It's always something negative or somebody being hurt or what have you. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And this has been Valen, keeping it 100% all the time. All right. See you guys in first class. Bye.